Hi friends, and welcome to the Sami Cone Show. Even though it's my birthday month, I'm about to share tons of birthday deals and freebies with you. Then we'll be eating well as we celebrate each other with a highly customizable and family-friendly brunch board. And if you've missed any special celebrations over the past few months, I'm talking to the certified celebrator on how you can make it up to your family and loved ones. Finally, I enlist the help of a friend to help keep our kids excited about and engaged in learning over the summer months. Plus, you'll want to stick around until the end of the show when I'll be sharing how several of you can win $100 each toward college savings for your kids. So what are we waiting for? Let's get this party started.
From the News Channel 5 Network, this is the Sami Cone Show, sponsored by Soundwaves at Gaylord Opryland.
July is a big birthday month in the Cone home. Two of us have July birthdays, in fact, but today I'm sharing a great list of birthday freebies and deals with you. Now, the key to getting all of these goodies is to make sure you sign up with different restaurants and retailers as far in advance of your birthday as possible. The nice thing about the current climate that we're in is that some places are being really generous and extending the deals beyond just your birthday or sometimes even beyond your birth month. But try to get that signed up as quick as you can. You can even use an alternate email if you want to put all those deals into a separate inbox, but just start following those brands on social media you love, get on those sign up lists, and that's how you're going to get the deals in your inbox. Now, you can still sometimes just tell someone it's my birthday and someone might be nice and give something to you, but most of the time you're going to need an email, a printout, or an app. So the biggest categories we have are food, ice cream, fun, and even some personal care products. But let's start with the food. That's the biggest category you're going to find freebies in. Places like Panera, where you can get a free bakery item, Chipotle, where you can get a free chips and guacamole with purchase on your birthday, or one of our favorites, Starbucks, where you can pretty much get any drink that you want on your birthday. Now, a lot of places will offer free kids meals as well. Think about Moe's, Sonic, those kinds of places. So you can even sign your kids up for free birthday deals. And of course, I don't have it here, but ice cream is another huge freebie. Not only can you typically get a free ice cream treat for your birthday, those places like Dairy Queen, Baskin Robbins will send out coupons so you can even get a discount off of a birthday cake. Now, another thing that people don't think of a lot is personal care. So ladies especially, places like Ulta and Sephora, they'll have different freebies every month for your birthday. Even places like CVS, I just got a free nail polish today just by being a part of their club. So even Walgreens, drugstores, look into those as well. Now, I mentioned signing up for your favorite retailers. So places for us like Nike, you get 20% off an item on your birthday. Even places like IKEA, if you're planning to travel outside of Nashville where there's an IKEA, that's another great place. Or somewhere like Vera Bradley, this month they're giving away a tape measure valued at $15. And what you want to keep in mind is you might be looking at some of these things and think, that's not for me. But if you can take advantage of these birthday freebies, nothing says you have to keep them for yourself. You can share them with those you love. You can put together a gift basket for someone else, whereas that tape measure might not be anything worth writing home about, but it could be a really sweet gift as part of a welcome home basket or someone that loves sewing. So keep those things in mind. And then there's a lot of even family fun, like a Redbox or other places that bowling and movie theaters that might not be open right now, but you still want to stay in touch with them for future freebies. So I'll put a whole list on SamiCone.com for you, but the key is to make sure that you not only enjoy your birthday, but all the goodies that go along with it. What would a celebration be without food? And today I'm bringing you a highly customizable and family-friendly option for your next celebration. Joining me today is Kirby from Kanemi Kitchen. Hey Kirby, how are you?
Hey there, doing well.
I am really excited about this because I know our family is like most families where we like to kind of put on what we like in our food or leave out what we don't like. And so you're bringing us a really unique take on brunch this morning, aren't you?
That's right. I am. And so when we're thinking about staying home more and some of our favorite celebrations or birthdays or anniversaries may look a little bit different, what we'll do today is we'll walk through an amazing waffle recipe that anyone can make. But then we're going to also build out a brunch board. So it's taking something that you eat all the time, but making it a little bit more special and perfect for a celebration. So I'll walk you through how to make that waffle recipe, and then we're going to assemble a really beautiful board. And like you said, that's highly customizable to your family's favorite.
I love it. I love it. So before we walk through those steps, I just want to let everyone know too that this is something that is doable from home. So you're going to take us through the waffle recipe, but then there's all of those components that we can really customize based on what we have or what your family likes.
That's right. So you can build in your proteins, your fruits. I'm going to build out a board with the waffles and some mini pancakes as well, and just give you some ideas on how you can, again, take a simple concept and make it really special.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's get started. I can't wait to see what this looks like, but first we need to start with making the waffles, right? So you're going to walk us through that process before we get to the beautifying.
That's right. So I'm actually going to bring you all down onto the counter so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll walk through those easy steps.
That's fantastic. Okay, we're ready whenever you are. Let's go ahead and see how we put that together, and then we'll get to the next steps. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So a lot of people like to use a mix, but I'm going to show you how you can just pull this together really easily on your own. So you have your dry ingredients. I've got flour, baking soda, and baking powder, and a little salt. And I love to use a sifter, and I highly recommend that. So if you don't use that typically, it actually really helps incorporate your ingredients evenly, and it makes sure that you have a great texture.
I was just going to ask about that.
Together your dry ingredients.
Yep. So you're doing that all at once in the sifter?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So I just popped all of those into the sifter, and then you give it a quick spin, and then you have a great texture there, and you don't have to worry about things being uneven. So that's why I love to do that. To that, I'm going to add some sugar, and you can use brown sugar if you like as well. And then here's the key. Like I said, we're celebrating. This is something a little bit more indulgent, so we're going to use some heavy whipping cream and a little bit of vegetable oil. And this is also highly customizable. So if in your family you like to use almond milk or coconut milk, you can definitely do that as well. So we're going to start incorporating that together.
And that's going to make it really fluffy too,
and
I bet.
Waffles are my favorite. Oh my gosh, yes. And that melt in your mouth factor that you want, you definitely get that. And then we're going to add in 2 eggs. And I like to make sure to crack my eggs separately, so that you can check them out, make sure there's nothing crazy going on. And this is a great idea to get the family involved in, whether it's your kids or your grandkids. So that's a job that I used to love when I was like 5 years old. It was to be the egg cracker. So
yes, that's such a good idea
to get the family involved.
I love it. Yeah, kids always eat what they help make. We've got just a couple minutes left. I want to make sure we don't miss the assembly. So after, I see you putting some vanilla in there.
That's right. And I am a huge fan of vanilla. So we're going to add our vanilla, and then we're going to just pop this right into our waffle iron. And while we do that, I'm going to show you the board that I have started.
I love it. This is what can seem really intimidating, but you're going to kind of break it down for us, right?
That's right. That's right. So you can use any board that you have. Okay. And I just love this wooden board, and I've assembled some mini pancakes. Use some glass containers or clear containers. We've got some chicken sausage here, and also some watermelon and some cherries. And here's another kid-friendly idea. Get some little skewers or kebabs, and if they help, like you said, they will eat it. So you can make some really cute fruit kebabs and assemble those on your board as well.
It's really something the whole family can get involved in.
That's right. That's right. And then it's something where you can say, hey, what's your favorite item? What do you want to have on the brunch board, especially if it's celebrating someone's birthday or it's your anniversary? You can make sure that you're asking, hey, what do you want on the board? And it's something that can become like a a tradition. It's really, really a neat, fun, easily accessible idea that doesn't break the bank.
Kirby, thank you so much for walking us through this. I know with Pinterest and everything, it can seem so intimidating. You've not only made it relatable, but delicious. If you want to find more great recipes from Kirby Miller, you can go to Kanemi Kitchen. We'll have the recipe on the SamiConeShow.com. I hope you try this unique and delicious way for your next celebration at home. Thanks so much, Kirby.
Thanks for having me. Enjoy. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. We'll be right back. With so many missed celebrations over the past few months, it's important to understand not only why we should make those up, but how. So I've called in an expert, the certified celebrator, Brittany Young, to help talk about how we can really celebrate. Hey, Brittany.
Good morning. Hi.
Hey, you know, there's been so many celebrations that have missed. Why is it important not to just gloss over and say, well, we'll catch it again next year? I mean, birthdays, graduations. Why is it important to make sure we celebrate these milestones?
Well, for one, I think celebrations make memories. And so in order for us to create memories for ourselves and our families and our children, we got to celebrate. We can't overlook those things that maybe were just a couple months ago. And so I think really that is probably one of the most important reasons to continue that on.
Absolutely. And for people that are still hesitant about getting out or can't for whatever reason, what are some creative suggestions you have for celebrating at home or even via Zoom or, FaceTime?
You know, one of the things I've seen our neighbors and friends do is a lot of birthday parades. Have you seen that? Yeah. A lady at the restaurant turned like 82, and so there was a birthday parade for her. I think that's all ages, and so that's been really fun. Also, sending snail mail, cards, just thoughtful text messages. There's still lots of ways to make sure that your people, the people in your life, know that you're still thinking about them. You still want to know that they're loved and they're celebrated. And so it's just really going back to basics, I think.
Yeah, I love that. We did a drive-by for a friend's daughter's 16th birthday, and it really was one of the best she ever had. But, now that people are still starting to get out, and I see your background, you just got back from one of my favorite places, Soundwaves at Gaylord Opryland. The Gaylord Opryland Resort has reopened. You just celebrated your son's birthday there, is that right?
We did. So my little boy turned 7 in May, and usually we do a water balloon, water gun, kind of water party, like as school's getting out, and we invite our neighbors and his class friends and things like that. And this year we weren't able to, and I was still a little hesitant about inviting a lot of those people over, although we are seeing some of the bans lifted. And it just felt really, I felt really confident, really good about going to Soundwaves. We've been in the past for other reasons, and I thought, that would be a really great reason to just go and make some memories there. I know that it was completely clean, and they're sanitizing all the rafts, and I didn't have to worry about that, inviting people into my home. And so we just got back from that trip just yesterday, and we had the best time.
I know they are doing a lot of cleaning procedures, a lot of new safety precautions to keep guests safe, including keeping chairs distanced, just the indoor and the outdoor portions of Soundwaves are open. Talk to us about what it felt like to be there. Did you feel like you were crowded? Did it feel normal? What was that like?
I truly felt like they went above and beyond. And that's what I keep telling everybody around me who's asking me. A lot of the chairs had been removed. Everything was at least 6 foot apart, if not more. You were required to wear your mask anywhere you were going, maybe except for in Soundwaves and in your hotel room. So like in the elevator, down the hallways, going to dinner, things like that, you had to wear your mask, except for if you were below 12. Okay. So like your little hand sanitizing stations everywhere. Like I said, even the lifeguards were wearing masks. And we felt completely comfortable and safe. In fact, we're headed back. I'm going back tomorrow with some mom friends. I felt so good about it.
You can't get enough. And well, I love that you say that because there's so many celebrations. I mean, we think about birthdays and graduations, but momcations, health milestones that people are celebrating, anniversaries, even family reunions, girls' getaways, bachelorette parties. There's so much that has happened, but there's so many different ways to celebrate at Opryland and at Soundwaves in particular, from the party rooms, even locals can get in and you don't have to stay there, but why wouldn't you want to stay at Opryland Resort? With the cabanas and everything that's there. What are some ways to really make that celebration come alive and personalize it while you're there?
I think for one, just really getting onto their app or to the website and taking a peek around, because they offer so much. You overlook some of the smallest, most charming things that Gaylord offers. So maybe doing a little bit of pre-planning, but I'm bringing a party banner. We're actually doing a friend's birthday this weekend, but we're going to her birthday was several weeks ago, but we're going to plan it as like a mom's staycation because we've been at home for too many days than we need. So we're going to go and celebrate just each other. And so I'm just going to do a little pre-planning and bringing a party banner and some little treats for everybody and just really honestly using what's already there and available to us. The food is delicious. The cocktails are delicious. And so I'm planning on letting Soundwaves do all the work and us just enjoying it all.
That's perfect. And I know they've even reimagined Summerfest in light of everything going on. And there's a selfie tour, there's garden tours. I mean, the atriums are always amazing to walk through. So there's a lot there for you already.
Right, and I think it's for every age, and that's what I think is so important. So this past week, I was there with 6- and 7-year-olds, and then this weekend I'm going with moms. But what we enjoyed so much is all very similar. We loved to do the scavenger hunt. They have a scavenger hunt, and we love to learn about all of the different the trees and all the horticulture there. It was just really, really interesting, and like I said, even my 6- and 7-year-old loved it.
Well, I love that you brought that up. You know, like you said, from the Delta flatboat rides to the garden tours, there's so much to do at Soundwaves and at Gaylord Opryland Resort. Plus, there are so many great deals right now, up to 40% off for Davidson County residents, even 15% off if you're out of state like you are. People can go to soundwaveslocal.com or soundwavesgo.com to find out more information. Brittany, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope to see you at Soundwaves soon.
Yes, see you, Sammy. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll be right back. I know as a parent, there's a natural tendency to worry about our kids learning backsliding over the summer months. But this summer sets up a whole new series of challenges. That's why I've asked my friend and author, Amy Mascott, to join us to help with keeping our kids excited about and engaged in learning over the summer. Hey, Amy.
Hi, Sammy. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm really glad you joined me because, I mean, summer months, kids just want to do what they want. They're out of school for 3 months. Some of our kids have been out of school for 5 months or more already, and who knows if they're going to be going back in the fall. What do we do?
What do we do? The million-dollar question, right? Well, first of all, we have to recognize that we're not alone in this kind of panic that we're feeling as parents. But we have to remember that, number one, most important thing is to keep things in perspective, right? Like everybody is experiencing this kind of weirdness and everybody's almost like in mourning that summer is not taking a normal shape. So my suggestion is to really mix up learning as much as you can. Like, consider doing some kind of online classes. There are lots of free options, and I have them linked in a blog post that I can share with you,
That'd be
Sammy.
great.
Art classes, coding. You can even register for the master classes or order Kiwi Crate to come once or twice a month. So the options really are pretty extensive.
I really appreciate that encouragement because, like you said, we're not going through this alone. And that's a good thing to point out is that our kids are experiencing disappointment because a lot of camps and regular things have been canceled that they would normally love to do and look forward to. I think one of the things I appreciate about your take on learning is that it doesn't have to be just the summer reading list from the English teacher. You always say kind of find out what your kids love anyway and then make that a learning opportunity, right?
Absolutely. If your child is totally into Minecraft, then grab some books about gaming. You know, there are tons of books about Minecraft. Or if your child loves fashion and has been making masks for everyone, then, you know, there's a great master class on fashion. So if you've got a weird frog in your yard, take a picture of it and research it. I mean, the learning in the everyday kind of situations are the best, and we want to raise curious, questioning kids.
Yeah.
And there are lots of easy ways of doing that without spending a ton of money.
That's a great point. And I would be remiss if I did not mention that you are an author of several incredible books, including How to Raise a Rock Star Reader. Reading is important, though. Why is it such a fundamental skill we need to encourage in our children, especially over the summer months?
Well, I mean, reading is just the building block of everything, right? Like our kids who, you know, we want them to be fluent readers and understand what they're reading so that they can go from learning to read to reading to learn. And so summertime reading is really, really important. And parents need to do a little bit of work with that. Like kids won't just like magically, most kids won't magically come by the series that will change their life. A lot of times parents need to provide their kids with some good titles, maybe read alongside them, read the book beforehand, and talk about it so that kids will continue that reading through the summer.
Yeah, that's a great tip. I mean, so reaching out to friends, resources, we're definitely going to link to that blog post you mentioned about. Any final word to really just encourage that mom that may be at her wit's end today?
I just wanted you to be kind to yourself, recognize that, you know, everybody needs to show each other grace right now, especially ourselves, and that it's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's also okay to forget about the house, sit back and read a magazine. And that is really powerful. It's showing kids that reading is something that all people can and should do for enjoyment. So, so that's a great excuse. I use that one a lot. Like I got to show my kids that reading is important. So I'm going to sit back on the couch and read the newspaper or a magazine or a novel.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much for joining us. You can find out more about Amy and follow her great tips at Teach Mama on social media. Head to the SamiConeShow.com for those resources she mentioned about. Thanks for being here, Amy.
Thank you, Sammy. Take care.
Speaking of getting excited about education, I'm thrilled to announce a giveaway just for you. If you haven't already heard me talk about ScholarRaise on my website, allow me to introduce you to this incredible program. ScholarRaise is a community-based college saving platform that allows friends and family to easily and safely contribute to your child's account online via a 529 college savings plan. You can set up an account in just 3 steps and in less than 5 minutes. Thanks to ScholarRaise, 3 of you will be randomly selected to win a $100 contribution from ScholarRaise for your child's education expenses. Just visit scholarraise.com/Sami Cone today. Before I go, I need you to know, live for today, plan for tomorrow. If there's anything I've learned from this time, it's that we need to live in the moment while not forsaking our dreams and goals. While the future remains uncertain, that doesn't mean we can't still plan for it. Just like I discussed with our kids' education, it's important to keep our eyes focused upward and onward. I love how the Message translates Philippians 3:12 through 14. I'm not saying that I have this all together, that I have it made, but I am well on my way, reaching out for Christ who has so wondrously reached out for me. Friends, don't get me wrong. By no means do I count myself an expert in all of this, but I've got my eye on the goal where God is beckoning us onward to Jesus. I'm off and running, and I am not turning back. As you live for today, remember to keep pressing forward toward the ultimate goal God is calling you to. I want to thank every guest who helped make this month's episode extra special, and to each of you who continue to invite me into your home. Have a great day, make sure you make it great, and do not wait to tell someone you love how you feel about them. Bye, friends.